Hey everybody, it's me Edward Jones, back with a new video. This time I'm Daniel Kuhn for this video, Liberally Applied Grease. Before I get into the video, I want to give a big thank you to all my new subscribers. I think like I said, this is a small potatoes channel, but every little bit of subscribers helps. Every little comment everyone leaves, I do enjoy reading them. I enjoy responding to them the best I can. I ask a lot of questions on some of the projects I worked on, like the different shotguns, things like that. And so I say thank you for those who left comments. Thank you for those who subscribe. I think I almost hit 4,000. And if you guys notice, I want to bring up something that's been currently going on, especially on YouTube. The Vox Apocalypse, which I may do a video on that down the road. I'm not sure yet, but I wanted to address this. If you guys have noticed, sometime I've stopped running ads in my videos. It's exactly because of what's going on currently. I decided that I'm not going to let anybody dictate what I will and will not say on my channel. I'm going to say what I want to say, and I'm not going to let anybody hold money over my head because of the effect that they can have if I become too reliant on advertisers' money. Which is why I have the PayPal link for anyone who wants to donate to the channel. And still, I encourage anyone who wants to help out with the channel, please donate. So it's a PayPal link. Donate whatever amount you want. Look for the give up that cheese button on my channel, and the money goes towards different projects that I do videos on. Also, I just got a BitChute account. Look me up. Still the same name, Mossy500A. I think I just got the account yesterday, and within a couple hours, I had 1 subscriber. So maybe there's someone who subscribed to my channel who on YouTube, and they found me on BitChute, so they wanted to join in with me on that platform, because I don't like where things are going. I'm not saying that I'm not gonna have my channel anymore on YouTube, but it's just nice to have a backup. So I'll leave the link for that. Actually, no, yeah, just look for Mossy500A on BitChute, and you'll find my channel. I don't have a picture up yet. Still trying to figure out how to use that platform. But anywho, onto the video. Now, um, I watched different videos on YouTube, and I like to get different perspectives, even from those who are liberal minded. I like to watch their videos, um, and I watch because I like to see, from all the things that's going on currently. I want to see where do they stand on the demonetization, on the harassment, on the milkshakings, um, just on all this nonsense that's going on, and to see if if they will finally take a side. I comment on, if you guys have watched Tim Pool's videos, I comment every now and then. I comment pretty often on his videos, and I'm always saying, these are your people, Tim, and always referring to the left. And I make a caveat before after I made that comment, basically stating this is how the left operates. This is how collectivists operates. These are how progressives operate. And the reason why I keep making this statement is because I noticed that he will, I guess, not want to offend, or not wanting to seem biased. He'll go back and say, that the right have done certain things, but he brings up at points where it doesn't need to be brought up. It is not really pertaining to the discussion that he's having in his video. But then, and again, shout out to Tim Pool. I do enjoy his videos. It's interesting to hear his perspective, but it's just still something he does that's it pertains to what I'm talking about, in the main point of this video. When you don't when you when you're when you start to convince yourself that this side that you want to stay on is this all that you have left, and so that you begin to support support. I'm referring to leftists. I'm referring to leftism in itself. When you start to lean on it because it's what you've known for so long, and you don't want to see that that it's turning ugly. You don't want to see that it's actually becoming it's becoming not is no longer it no longer has any feeling. It's like a machine. Um, what would inevitably happen? And you can study throughout the 20th century many leftist movements. What happens to their early supporters? What happens to those who help the intellectual few to become become in power, to have authority, in many different ways? They start purging all the ones who help them get to that point. They line them up against the wall and shoot them because they were useful idiots. They were the ideologues that were needed to get the machine rolling. Essentially, they were grease. Um, and what happens is they've served their guys, check out Yuri Bezmenov. He did an interview back in the 80s, and he talked about this. He explained that once normalization happens after crisis, which will be after destabilization, which comes after demoralization. Um, the useful idiots that help this new entity come to power, they're all killed. They're all gotten rid of. Now I'm not saying that that's exact that you know someone like Tim Pool or other liberals who are clinging to whether the Democratic Party or leftist ideology of these professors of these so-called intellectuals on all these different platforms. I'm not saying they're going to be killed, but I'm going to say they're going to be discarded as old grease because as if anyone who has a mechanical background understands that after grease has served its purpose, you scrape it off and throw it away. Usually put on rags and you don't even burn the rags, but make of that what you will. Um, don't become the grease for the machine. Don't make yourself a useful idiot. I'm pretty sure many people who enjoy my videos, they're not people who would, they're not necessarily people who would join themselves to anything like that. But just in case there are anyone out there who loves my videos, who subscribe to my channel, who just pass by and see this video, and you're left leaning, let's say you're a liberal, let's say maybe you're left of center or something like that, be very careful of holding too tight um, to collectivists, to anything involving collectivism, because it has a horrid track record of disposing of its useful idiots, of the fodder that get the enlightened few to the top. They end up like I said, you look at Soviet Russia and see how you had people turning on each other, and no one could trust one another, and people were selling each other out. And even in the book, I haven't read this book, but I've heard a lot of it. I've heard it many times. The Gulag Archipelago, where you had people turning in people, their neighbors, people turning relatives to be sent to gulags. Um, they unwittingly they were grease for the machine. And what I mean by grease is that they allowed the transition of power to happen effortlessly. They allow it to happen because they refuse to speak the truth. They allow it to happen because they refuse to ask questions. They allow it to happen because they want to rock the boat, because they were afraid of the things that they may say. They'll be labeled. And this goes back to the video I did, my problem with white people. They are afraid of being called a name, so they were being called a bigot, being called a racist, being called a homophobe, an Islamophobe, and this, that, and the other. And so they adopt political correctness, and basically they just adopted comfortable lies to make their life easy. But what they've done is they've made themselves grease to the machine, and um, it doesn't take it takes a very little bit amount of grease to get a machine rolling. You start adding more to it, it just takes off like that. It gets moving, and then once it's moving, it's hard to stop. It's hard to stop. It's hard to get control of it, and when the grease had served its purpose, quickly tossed aside because the machine has no need for it anymore. That's that's something I concern myself about when I think of all the young people who who are just very impressionable, who they don't ask many questions. They're very, and it's not a terrible quality to have. I know there's that saying, if you're not a liberal in your 20s, then you're heartless. If you're not a conservative in your 40s, and if you're not conservative in your 40s, and you're brainless. I guess I was a heartless guy because I wasn't very liberal. It's funny. I can say in my 20s now because I just turned 30. Um, but I've been around many young adults like that. I've been around many teenagers like that, and they wear their hearts on their sleeve. They're so they want to be, inclusive. They want to be so welcoming and so open. Um, but then also they become too willing to get rid of tradition, to want to destabilize things, to want to radically change things. But what they don't understand is if they're not careful, the exact change they want to bring about will use them as grease, and so they'll get tossed aside, and they'll be disposed of, and it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing to witness. When you have we have innocent youth get used up by this machine and shoot up and spit out. So I encourage anyone who's well aware of these kind of stuff that's going on. Don't be afraid to speak up about what's going on. Don't be afraid to share your share your opinions, speak your mind. Talk to other people who may be lost, lost in the cogs, so to speak. See if you can, at least speak some truth to them. You're not gonna be able to convince everybody. I understand that, but for those who may be lost in lost in the machine, try to talk to them and do what you can. If not, leave it alone and move on to the next person that you can help. Because I guess the way things are going now, I don't think it will get bloody, but I still I still have my guns, so I'm not too idealistic. I'm a realist, as well. But that's my video. Please share your thoughts. If you're new to the channel, I encourage you to look forward to new videos and check out my older videos. I know it's been a while since I have done a video. I've been busy with some new things that are going on. I made a few changes in my life, which I'll talk about in another video, God willing. Again, if you make a donation to the channel, look for the PayPal link. Give up that cheese button and make a dollar amount of any kind, even change. Yeah, listen to me, I'm e-bagging, but hey, if you want to support the channel and you want to see more projects, a little help here, a little help now and then doesn't hurt. That's my phone. But also, any gripes, complaints, send me a PM. I see what I can do to address them. Again, look for me on BitChute. But that's my video. Liberally applied grease. I'm Edward Jones, aka Daniel Kuhn, and thanks for watching my video. Take care and God bless.